What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some Parkitect. A little bit of a day late on this one. I had some things going on Wednesday and I didn't actually get this finished, but we do have it here for you today. This is a short episode, very short one. There's not a whole lot that I'm actually working on in this episode except finishing up our actual entrance street. I don't want to call it a main street because it's not really particularly an actual main street, though it kind of is because it is the main street as you come into the park. However, it's not like say International Street at Kings Island. It's nothing like that. It's just a couple of buildings that kind of make up as you walk in, a couple of shops, some bathrooms, maybe a couple of restaurants or like food dining, maybe like quick serve restaurants. That's basically kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not even sure exactly where I'm going to put particular things as far as is this going to be a souvenir shop, is this going to be a bathroom? I don't particularly know on that just yet. We'll probably come back into that in a much later episode. However, this one took me a little bit. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the other side of this street. After finishing up the first side of the street, I was like, okay, I got an idea of what I want to do on the other one. But as I started working on it, it just wasn't looking right. I probably literally spent maybe 4 hours toying around with different ideas on what to do on the right side of the street, because the left was pretty much finished. I just had to finish the right side, and I don't know, nothing really was chiming with me. Nothing was working for what I kind of liked. I ended up downloading a couple more assets, or mods I should say, on the Steam Workshop for the game. I ended up getting the 4th set of Shy Guys set for some diagonal roofs. Didn't think I would need them, but yeah, turns out I did. I also got some path covers and a couple of other things too that I'll show off here in just a little bit. But I was kind of thinking, let's go ahead and kind of copy, sort of in a way, what we did on the other side of the street, but kind of give it its own kind of feel as well. So even though the buildings and stuff, I wanted to kind of have that same kind of architecture, that brick and stucco kind of look to the other side, as kind of the match, but I wanted the buildings to be slightly different. I did end up reusing like one blueprint that I made of the other side of the street right there, right in the middle, because that just kind of works. But on the corners, I did something a little different. Sorry, I've been trying to keep from yawning. As I'm recording this, it is really late. Like, I basically finished up everything I needed to do right before I started streaming today, and my intentions was to get this out to you tonight, and it didn't really happen, so it looks like it's going to be Thursday morning for this one. So everything is going to be put off a day. Instead of Prison Architect on Thursday, you're going to have this right here. You're going to Parkitect. And then Friday will be some Prison Architect. And then this weekend, Planet Coaster and City Skylines. And then Monday, I will do an episode of Dark Souls 3. Because I actually had someone actually pop in and like hit me up like with a comment on one of my older videos, like from 3 years ago with Dark Souls 3. And it was like, how come this video series ended so quickly? And I was like, oh, well, it just didn't have that much interest in it. But I still have all the footage, so I figure I might as well go ahead and try to finish up some of that footage and continue that series. I did take a vote, a poll, if you would say, here recently on what maybe a returning series, something I've done in the past that you guys would like to see me do back. I got a ton of comments to do Planet Coaster, which I'm already doing Planet Coaster. The question was, what series would you like to see make a comeback? And I'm not sure exactly why everybody just said, oh, I want to see you do more Planet Coaster. I'm doing Planet Coaster. It happens on weekends. I just don't have enough time to do more than that. I stream as well as do this, so kind of having to divide my time and stuff in between both. And right now, I'm actually ended up, I'm not working at the moment again, so I have a little bit more free time to try to get some of these things done, and it ends up I somehow have less time to get these things done. I don't know how that works, but I think because I'm streaming more often. So I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of, there's 16 hours of technically awake time in a day. 8 hours of that could be spent as work, 8 hours as play, and 8 hours of sleep. That ends up with, let's see, 8, 16, and then add another 8. That's 24 hours. So if I can combine that 16 into doing nothing but work, because, you know, playing these games is my work, and rendering the videos and streaming and stuff. So if I can spend 8 hours streaming and 8 hours making videos, that's my day. Take a couple of hours out of each for lunch and whatever else I want to do, such as watch a TV show or something, or I could maybe take a couple of hours and watch a movie or something, just kind of to myself. That could kind of work for me. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do, at least for the time being, until we figure out. So we're going to try to stream for about 6 hours a day, and then spend the rest of the time actually working on videos. If I had a second computer, I could also do other things as I'm rendering. Like I could be playing a game and recording at the same time I'm having the other computer doing rendering, but I don't have a second computer, I only have the one. But this all being said, I really could use the support right now. So through Patreon, through donations and stuff, it would be fantastic if I could get that. I'm trying to make this best go I can at trying to be a full-time content creator via streaming and via YouTube videos. Doing my best to try to do that. It seems to be the one thing I'm good at. I enjoy doing. I really do enjoy making these videos, and I'm trying to make another go at this. So any help I can get would be fantastic. And I know my channel is growing immensely. I'm over 2,000 viewers. But you know, it'd just be fantastic if I could just get a little bit of assistance, you know, maybe out there. Donations, affiliate marketing. There's so many ways, you know, and if you don't want to spend money, there are other ways to help out as well. Just commenting on a video, liking a video, watching a video the whole way through, not using an ad blocker when you're watching my videos. Unlike some other content creators out there, you will never ever see me place more than a single ad at the very beginning of my things. That's it. You will never see an ad in the middle of a video. I promise you that. Ever. Will never ever do that. It annoys me when other people do it, and you'll never see me do it. Anywho, that's coming up on the end of this video. So let's go ahead and jump into a real-time video here and kind of talk about what we have, shall we? Alrighty guys, here we are at the entrance of the park, which I'm still thinking about a name. Joe K5, one of my huge fans, that is usually in my YouTube videos and on my YouTube channel as well, suggested a couple of names, and one of them was Kingdom Lake, which I kind of like. I probably may put a lake in the middle of it, so we might go with Kingdom Lake. He had another idea too, which suddenly escapes me at the moment, but I'm kind of thinking about that one. So maybe we'll call it Kingdom Lake. I don't know. Well, if anybody else out there have a better idea for a name for the park, I would love to hear it. But let's kind of jump into the actual park here and see what we've done. So, as you can see, this is what we did in the last episode with the right side of the park over here. And we have a little fountain in the middle of it. And then kind of moving around here. Gotta fix that. One thing you can see here is I've placed down some path covers right around the edge of it and painted them a little bit more like a kind of a sidewalk kind of deal. And then also did the same thing over here, but I've done a couple of other things over here. So a few things need to change. I need to just kind of edit a couple of things to make them look a little better. But I think it looks pretty good, you know, all in all. So, you know, I'm thinking we'll probably do maybe a bathroom on one side. I don't know which side yet. And then we will do a maybe like a quick serve restaurant, or maybe a couple of quick serve restaurants, and then maybe some souvenir shops in here, because that basically makes up for everything that we have. And then of course we have the carousel right at the end, which I still haven't fixed these yet. Gotta work on that. But yeah, this is what I come up with for this side of the park. So as I said, it kind of matches the other side somewhat, but while still being somewhat different as well. So, and then this may end up moving closer over here. I don't know yet particularly how we're going to work that just yet. But one thing about Parkitect is backstage is highly important in this game. So we definitely want to work on that. So like I said, just a quick episode just to kind of finish off our center street, our entry plaza, our main street, whatever you want to call it. Just a quick episode to kind of finish this off so we can get into more work, which is going to be building the actual rest of the park. I gotta say, you know, one of the biggest things that actually I don't enjoy doing in Parkitect is building the buildings and coming up with decent ideas for good buildings. Like Planet Coaster, I do a pretty good job of coming up with some detailed buildings and different kinds of things for that. But with Parkitect, with everything being grid-based, it's a whole lot harder to come up with a new design that somebody else hasn't already done, or just to be different or be unique. And I'm trying my best to try to come up with something that is kind of my own style for this game. So still kind of working on that, but I like what we have so far with our two buildings here. I'm fairly happy with it. Again, you know, we got the fountain going down the middle, which is something that I usually will typically do in a lot of my parks, and you know, just kind of going with the flow. I didn't want it to be too big, and I think we accomplished that. And yeah, all right, so that's gonna do it for this episode of Parkitect. I hope you guys would join me for another episode, and the next episode maybe we'll build a coaster. We'll do some more flat rides or something. I think the park could definitely use a coaster. I think at this point it might be the best time to actually build a coaster. So we got to figure out where we're going to do that at and what the best route to go. So until then, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching, guys. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to stay on top of all my new videos and live streaming events here on YouTube. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the names you see on the right for their support through donations, Patreon, and through Twitch subs. If you would like to join their ranks and you are able, you can do so by clicking on any of those links in the video description down below. No worries though, if you don't like giving away money like that, you can still support the channel by purchasing games or anything through Greenman Gaming, through Humble Bundle, or through Amazon by clicking on my links and making your purchase. A little bit of that goes towards me to support the channel. If you still can't get enough of me, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv and stay up to date with me on Twitter as well. Now that's going to be it, but I can't say thank you enough for all your support here on the channel. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.